honestly. If you're walking out of the house like that, you're gonna hurt somebody at some point.
You might hurt someone's feelings with your godlikeness and pure narcissism.
Oh man. That's just how it be.
Oh, gets a counter. A little bit too far for conversion.
Nice little PRC shenanigans. Oh, that's it. Twirls the Arbiter sign. Nah, we're not dealing with those right now.
If I just had the most random thought. I was like, if I started a cult, it would be the cult of pure narcissism. Everybody would have to wear shirtless sleeves.
I'm trying to figure out if I've ever seen this piece of attire anywhere, and
at all, right? Like
I can't think of it.
Yet it's been around for like maybe almost 20 years because the character's been around that long.
It's like if a gun holster was a shirt,
right? That's what it is. It's like he's wearing the gun holster, but he forgot his shirt.
I just googled shirtless sleeves, and it's a thing.
I don't think anybody has ever put a name to it before today.
There's a purchase link right off rip.
I don't know. I feel like I want to Google it.
It's made out of
sleeves.
No, it's made out of faux leather. Don't Google it. Anyway, back to the set. We got wall bounces, has to wall hop forward, butt hop forward, excuse me. But great 2K2D to challenge out of the corner. Stain State gives us a nice little combo extender.
Oh, chases down with the EXE Beast. Oh, you know what I was hoping? I was hoping that when Testament grabbed Anji, Stain was on. I was hoping that the Stain would explode and they would get a combo from it.
That would actually be super crazy because that starts putting you into like Kunoichi combo routes, right?
Oh yeah,
from DNF.
I mean, I know nobody that fights against Testament wants that property, but I like to see the world burn.
I think that would be a nice little addition. Daisuke, can we make it happen?
Yeah, we here at the cult of pure narcissism like to see the world burn.
Oh boy, we got shirtless sleeves and we got Stain State throws here. Everybody has a little bit of something, I guess. Look at this pressure, though.
Oh wait, gets a jump in immediate burst. Oh, grabbing pure air, but Anji comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, throw is one of the best defensive options in the game. It is a 2-frame startup. It's like 30 some odd frames recovery, but you know, actually, is it 30? No, I think it's actually. I just watched that back. It has to be less, right?
I don't know, man. Their hands are out for quite a while. I feel like that's almost accurate. Like Testament was reaching for air for mad long.
Yeah, I would
backdash.
Believe that it
Backdashes have to be like, I don't know, like 19 frames or something like that. I don't know.
38 recovery on a
38. Yeah, that's about right. Like backdash. Because Macmens backdash then ran in and punished.
Yeah, it is. You know, when you listen to 38 frames recovery, you're like, that's not great defensively. If I whiff that, I'm gonna die. And it's like, yeah, you're right. But it's also 2-frame startup and beats a lot of things.
Yeah, I've definitely seen many a player whiff or throw, and then that was the end of the round.
Yeah, it's much more punishing than whiffing throw in Street Fighter, I would say. But it's also. You have to.
Yeah, I agree. Throws do a good amount of damage in this game.
Yeah, maybe just make sure that you potentially have a RC available to make it safe. Unlike that.
Oh man, Macmens is dancing. Shall I have this dance?
Trying to get a little bit of damage down. Gets the burst out of the corner. Elucid gets that Stain State application. Oh, but the twirl, it's so good at beating out the Arbiter Sign.
Right, but Elucid not escaping that corner. Not being elusive enough.
Oh no, they ran too far forward. If they had stayed on the P1 side of that combo, we would have found ourselves in the P2 corner. They would have had the Stain State applied. They would have been able to keep the pressure going forward, but
Yeah,
they
but
just too far forward.
Yeah, but instead they had found themselves. They now find themselves in this pressure that has not seemingly ended for maybe 20 seconds.
No, they're spending a lot of time blocking. That I've never seen that hit counter like that before.
I mean, that wrist bar was jacked up pretty high. That's the thing about the wrist bar is that you don't necessarily have to press anything to be hit with counter hit.
Yeah.
You could just try to move, and once the wrist bar is jacked up, everything is counter hit.
It is definitely a scary situation. Like Anji's overheads have become scarier as the game has evolved. They were unusable when the game released, and they're actually fairly okay now. So it's like actual threat of, damage coming out of the Anji. You can't just down back forever until you see the yellow flash of the overhead and adjust. But look at that counter hit, immediate burst.
All right, with Macmens, no matter what Elucid puts out in front of them, they just get in. Oh, I love the safe overhead with the butterfly.
And look at that wrist gauge. It's now flashing angrily, reminding us that the next hit will kill.
I think the next hit is gonna kill no matter what. Like that wrist bar, it's just insult to injury. I think.
That's fair. And round start twirl, not actually gonna be able to punish the normal coming out of Elucid, but doesn't necessarily need it to.
Yeah, unfortunate whiff of that button lets Macmens get in. Oh, tries to go to the aircraft there a little bit too far.
Nice little, again, the counter hit off the Fujin.
So much damage, has to burst. Doesn't want to let the wall break. It's a counter hit, 6p.
Nice dash cancel though. Traps him up frame-wise.
Alright, get some good Oki. Stain is there. Oh no, that was unfortunate. Not going to be dead, but this is a very close situation. OCG, doesn't get a...
Oh, the crow!
But the crow
came flying in, gets the coverage.
Right. Elucid showing signs of life. But can Macmens end this?
Yeah, that's the question. Macmens set point could find themselves in the winners finals. They just have to close out this round. They just need one more.
Yeah, suddenly everything is working now for Elucid.
Grabs the twirl.
Getting the throw. Watch the ankles. Your
no!
ankles are weak. Oh no!
You saw the move. It was active forever though.
I've definitely gotten hit by that move because I saw it and I was like, oh, surely the recovery, the active frames are done, right? Surely he's in recovery.
You would imagine, and the answer is no.
The answer is no, not enough recovery. The answer is you throw that.
So that is going to be another recovery game coming out from Elucid. They're on the board now. 2-1 currently between the two.
Yes.
And that was some nice adjustments.
Definitely some good adjustments. I think Elucid starting to pick up on the approach of the Anji, but I don't know. You got to do it again 2 more times. And Macmens' pressure, I don't know if I saw Elucid find an answer to the pressure itself more than I've seen them control neutral.
Yeah. Elucid having to block again though, and I respect the burst, right? That's what we've seen in their successful rounds, where as soon as they get hit, they just let it rip. They can build it up for the next round afterwards, but they cannot build the life back.
Right. Gets the reverse out of Macmens.
Okay.
Oh, reversal super.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Macmens is not showing respect. You gotta put the respect in him.
I was gonna say Macmens did it to him last round. It's only fair to return the favor.
Touche.
And you know what's crazy? If the Stain State procced on throw, that would have killed too.
Yes. I mean, I don't think anybody but me and Testament players wants to see that happen.
it like never crossed my mind that that's like not how it works. But it's
Yeah, because can you imagine that every time you throw somebody, what the throw strike game is gonna look like for Testament? No one's gonna try to block.
Testament suddenly becomes a grappler, just
Suddenly,
off that mechanic.
suddenly becomes the best grappler in the game.
I mean, that's not a high bar.
It's not a high bar, but
Oh no! Elucid
dear.
caught reaching
but
again. All right, that was so the Grave Reaper was what procced the revert the parry, and so he was Elucid was able to block in time for the first part, and then I guess the second part doesn't come out if you block it.
All right, doing a good job at avoiding the crow. You don't want to get the stain put on you.
No, it is not doing a lot of good things here for Macmens. However,
Not at all. Like, all right.
Oh no, not again.
Oh, punishes it though.
I feel they could have got a bit more of a punish, but either way,
I feel like Elucid is learning the matchup as they are playing.
that's what you got to do, right? Oh, that was sick. That was so cool.
But I feel like when you start seeing small things like that punished, it's not really small things, but it does leave you in a plus situation. But when you see situations like that getting punished, that's a sign to me that that's a complete adjustment.
That's crazy that
was very well prepared, that punish.
So best case scenario, the fan throw has 30 frames of startup, but it came out, right? We saw the fans come out.
Yep.
And it was in the recovery before the block was available, which is a total of 43 frames. And it's just the 1 frame reversal out of Testament.
Oh, a little bit off on that. It looked like Elucid was trying to meaty with the Arbiter sign, but unfortunately did not realize that they were that close to the corner and misspaced it.
Yeah, that's another one of the big downsides of Arbiter sign is that you don't get to control where it goes.
And unfortunately, that decision led to them losing this round.
Losing that round, finding themselves fighting into set point again.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna have to make a really strong adjustment from literally their back against the wall.
And this is a lot of pressure being applied here. RC's forward, able to get a little bit of space.
Yeah, Macmens was not about to let go of any of that pressure unless forced.
And why would they, right? Like, they're the Anji in this matchup. They know how much damage they can get done. They just got to get a single hit anywhere they can.
Yep. All right, but Elucid has found their way towards the middle of the screen. Actually got a slight life lead. Controlling the screen, has full burst still too. If they can force a burst out of Macmens, that would be an extreme victory. But Macmens smartly holding us a burst, as it would be extremely difficult to burst at that range.
Yeah, no, I mean, I respect that Elucid is playing at a range that's unburstable. You don't see that a lot as Testament, in all honesty. Like, the character doesn't play like a Bridget or an Axel or like a Happy Chaos, right? Where they're just inherently long-range characters that are hard to burst. But Elucid has made that adjustment.
Oh, yeah, the crow misses. Unfortunate.
Oh, and now the throw. This is a bad spot to be in. You have to hold all this mix. Even risks the YRC.
The backdash in the corner. Oh, nice escape with the teleport.
Even throws the twirl. Gets a sustained state.
Oh no, 6P's whiffing. That's going to be countered.
And that's going to be dead. Yeah, the overdrive on deck as well. Doesn't even need it.
Yeah, didn't even need it. That was an unfortunate 6P whiff. And I feel like the adjustment was so good.
So we got Trevor, Sue, P1 side with the Axel going up against Oni, Lapriz. P2 side here with the Faust. We got the nice purple Faust color. And let's see what Lapriz could do, because we have seen Faust win the matchup before. I was kind of dooming it before we actually went live. in the
Okay.
match, but I have seen a Faust win against Trevor before.
I mean, it's looking quite uphill at the moment.
Yes, it is. It is not great.
Honestly, no matter what you say a matchup is on paper, it's up to the player to be able to play it at that point. And depending on what skill level, matchups change. Depending and
Yeah.
on what kind of knowledge players have to. We don't know. Maybe Lapriz plays this matchup a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what their practice is going to be looking like, but gets the burst out. Bit of a hero burst from Lapriz, I would say. Well, we got
Yeah.
Oh, they're dead. They're actually dead. Run up by bomber.
Oh yeah. One vision. Yeah. So, what?
Yeah, so Wardo, it's every Faust's nightmare. Gets hit by one move, time stop comes in.
I forgot what he says when he starts time. So scared. What Tomeru? Something like that. Maybe. I think I'm wrong.
I'm not sure, but
I'll
yeah.
have to look it up.
I mean, as soon as that time stop comes in and Faust is just sitting there like, I'm gonna get bombered. I'm gonna be heading to the next round.
This is looking like heading to the next game, unless Lapriz can rally behind it, but not gonna happen in this game. I don't know. Maybe the Ram pick is better in this.
Yeah, I think Faust is just honestly a bad matchup here. It is Axel with the range and just the frame data that he has on his side.
Well, you know what? Lapriz is a young dude. I think when I was younger, I was more willing to do 7-3 matchups, not in my favor.
Yeah.
And now that I've gotten older, I'm straight up. If someone's countering me 7-3, I'm countering them.
Yeah, chat, you'll never hear me congratulate you for being a low tier hero. I'm sorry. But you choose that lifestyle. It's not for everybody.
Well, I don't know about congratulating you or not congratulating, but I definitely wouldn't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, like you have the same roster to choose from as everybody else.
Yeah, like everybody's reading from the same book. Everybody knows what the matchups are. We know what the matchup is. It's your decision to do it. I don't think I've ever felt sorry for anybody.
Red
at
RC
all.
in the corner after the mix. All right, we actually got some stuff happening here for Lapriz. They're gonna get the burst out. The snail brings them in, and now they're dead.
Why would I feel sorry for someone when I'm starting the cult of pure narcissism? I don't know. That's against my mantra.
That's very true.
Oh,
How
man.
dare you? I'm not gonna think about
man.
you. I'm here to play the best and be the best.
Thinking about me.
Gets the knockdown.
And as I'm beating you, you can think about me too. Nah. But anyways, Lapriz is definitely thinking about this matchup.
Oh, goes for the PRC mix,
Oh.
but Trevor knows that move. Trevor's seen that before.
Trevor literally won the race. Was running in the other direction.
Which is crazy because Faust is like 7'9". Like, look at the size of those legs.
You would think some Usain Bolt moves would come out, but no. I think Faust is more of a swimmer. You see how he swims in the air?
True. Kind of eel-like.
Yeah, a little more lanky, I think. Yeah.
Actually, he's shaved too, so he's got the extra aerodynamics.
Yeah. So that's they do that so they can flow better.
Exactly. He doesn't need the bald cap. He just is bald. 7
allegedly bald. We don't know.
Allegedly bald. That's true. It's no longer canon here in Strive.
And sometimes he has afro.
That's true. But it's on top of the bag. Does that really count, or is that like wearing a wig?
I mean, it might be like wearing a wig. He's in disguise.
The bag plus the afro, very inconspicuous. I give you that one.
Inconspicuous. No one will ever see this 7'8" tall man in a bag and afro, carrying a scalpel,
and the biggest needle known to man.
The biggest needle known to man. No one will ever notice this person.
Man, who is that guy? But he's here every Thursday. He's just kind of chilling. Leave him alone.
That's just Dr. Faust. It's okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Faust, we got some cross-ups coming in. Stays on the same side.
Literally swimming in there.
Oh, gets the tap
Oh.
dust.
4.
Again with the wonky command grab. I don't know what that's about.
Is banana peel a low in this game?
Bunch. Is banana peel a low?
No.
That doesn't make sense. But banana
Oh.
peels make you fall. It should definitely be a low.
He punished himself because he tried to. So he's whiffing the command throw to keep them splattered and in the corner.
I see.
And then he threw the banana peel, which was like worst case scenario,
Okay.
and that's what punished his command throw with.
Oh, the reason why I asked if banana peel was a low, I was like, if it's a low, can you set up unblockables?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You hear the enthusiasm because I love cheap stuff.
Sadly, Faust is not equipped with cool things like that.
Not in
I'm
this
not
game,
even
anyway.
I'm not even a Faust player, and I'm sorry for all of you.
Oh, we got the Scarecrow mix with the Afro explosion.
Oh, I don't know what's in that needle, but it's on fire. Don't inject me with that.
Yeah, keep that one away from me. I got my
Keep that away
tetanus
from me.
already. I don't need another one.
That's like the T virus, 3000.
Oh, is that gonna be enough?
Oh,
Yikes.
definitely yikes. I don't know, man. What is that? Is that 2-0 or is that?
That was 3-0.
That was 3-0. I feel. I.
Yeah, the Rev 2 one's at $2. There you go.
Oh.
No worries, chat. We got that Mike Saftig versus Endorph matchup live on screen. Talk about gorilla characters, right? We got Leo White Fang versus Soul Bad Guy.
All right. I have contributed to this one. Now we're at $9.
Shoutouts to Liston for the coupon code.
Yes,
That
shout
brings us up to
me out
14,
more.
chat.
The cult of pure narcissism. More.
It's a new band name. Already, Endorph for
gonna
the
make a
back foot
t-shirt.
though. Listen, there could be some nice designs around that. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, when you come to my stream and you join the palace, you get a shirt for the cult of narcissism.
That's not a bad
Sure.
idea. Gun flames.
Sure.
Mike is really good at sometimes just. That was so big brained.
Okay.
I said Mike's good at gun flame, and then he double jump blocks an air gold burst.
All right, nice run up throw. Actually had some meter too. Had that had been jumped out, so it would have been a PRC. Surely.
Surely. Don't call me Shirley. But yeah, Mike already coming out big here. Takes that game one pretty dominantly, I would say, against this Leo. But Leo is a character that you literally can never count out. The character can just go banana mode, start mixing you left, right, up, down. You'll never know where it's coming from anyway. And so,
Yep. I mean, receives some nerfs, but also kind of received the ability to cross up in the corner too.
yes, that is
Oh,
a huge pickup. And I think that the slight nerfs that were given are totally worth it, in all honesty.
yeah. All right, but Mike Saftig.
Oh, gets the clean hit too.
Oh yeah, gonna do some really good damage. Doesn't have any bar to extend it, or to end it with a super, I should say.
That should be. Oh,
Okay.
it
was
the
a little-
PRC.
Yeah.
It was a little close, but that will do it.
Right.
Mike's looking really strong right now.
I know, it was super solid, getting max damages in most situations. It was a slight drop there, but really good adjustments. All right, but Endorph, yeah, representing more buttons in mid range to slow down Mike Saftig's pressure or approach.
And it's working a little bit so far. And as I say that, they just get
As you say,
crushed.
oh, okay.
So that was so
That looked like it was a drop, but then it became like a frame kill.
Yeah, so I'll explain it in a second, but right now we got Endorph able to get a little bit of tempo for themselves. They're about to get burst again too. Now it's available. Banditbringer comes down. Danger zone for Endorph though. That could be problematic. Why would you turn around?
It tried to throw again, I suppose.
Oh no, because you got to deal with the 3-frame 5K of Soul Bad Guy.
Is it still 3 frames?
The first hit is 3 frames, yeah.
Okay.
But Endorph stays alive. But yeah, so that wild throw animation that you saw, it's actually the way Soul interprets inputs, as I understand it.
Okay.
It was supposed to be the bandit revolver, the little knee forward into the kick.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the way the game handles inputs, you get wild throw. Monkey Business actually had a really good string of tweets about it the other day, explaining why it happens. Because I specifically asked him last week why it always happens to Mike Saftig. Because it was like 3 times in one game, not even the whole set, one game that it happened. And I was like, what is going on? And Monkey Business is like, it's just the way Soul Bad Guy handles inputs, I guess.
Well, either way, Endorph will take that game kind of strongly. I will say that last round definitely.
Yeah, that was a nice little turnaround there.
And I won't really call it an adjustment, so to speak, because I feel like that's the nature of this matchup. That one character will run over the other character.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a brutal matchup, right? Like, they're both trying to just punch each other as hard as possible.
Yes.
And someone's gonna do it. You just don't know who.
Yeah, it's like we're putting out options. We gotta counter it, where you're gonna do big damage or carry or whatnot. Both bursts have been used.
That's early. We're 19 seconds into the round, and they're both just gone already.
Oh man.
Oh, we got loops.
This wall is gonna be broken.
That's
Endorph
nice.
scoring the first really big combo.
Yeah, this is gonna be a huge comeback if Mike can lock it in. And this is a great start. Gets a clean hit. Oh, okay.
All right, almost even. Still slight life deficit. Oh, that could have been. Never mind. This might
That
be
should be enough. Yeah. Oh, the burst right at the last second. Imagine getting 2 bursts in a round, chat.
Oh. I mean, if Endorph
scrambling.
can take this, that's such a big win for Endorph if he can take this round. But still, Mike Saftig has the meter advantage.
Yeah, spends it, tries to get in a little bit deeper, gets the 5K, gonna be able to.
Plus frames.
And now Endorph has the burst.
Oh, this is gonna kill. Wait, unless
Yeah.
ups and not burst there.
I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I probably would have match burst. In all honesty,
I think I would have wanted to match burst, but I think I would have let it go.
because you got to think about like economy at that point, chat. Right? Like you're losing the round if you don't burst. If you do burst, you still might lose the round and come into this next round without it.
And on top of that too, the height of the combo, it might have just whiffed, and then now the burst bar is completely empty, and you're still gonna lose the round, and you're probably not gonna get the burst back unless you survive really long. And the nature of this matchup, it doesn't last that long.
It's funny that you're saying that after the round where they just both got 2 bursts in the same round. But you're right. It generally does not last that long between these 2 characters. They just do so much damage so explosively. Oh, that worked! It's not enough to kill, though.
All right, still Mike Saftig, still very dangerous. Oh, that was so scary.
Duel 3, one more time between these 2 players. Just trying to beat the other one out. Gets the counter hit, even has the follow-up ready for it.
All right, it decides not to break the wall, but the jump out of the throw.
Oh no. Gets
I
the
feel
wild
like that
throw.
command grab wasn't what he wanted.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the revolver. They're trying to kick forward, and Soul Bad Guy said, nah, my old age, my knees are acting up.
Nah. All right, but Mike Saftig on offense versus available, try to bait it out a little bit. Endorph waits to a guaranteed burst point, but this round was not over. But
All right, It's not dead. If he was closer to the wall, it would be enough because of the wall break damage, but cold
Oh
burst.
no.
Are you ready for it? Are you jumping? Are you ready? He was mid-jump. He was mid-jump. That's so smart. What did he
Oh,
push?
this still kills.
I don't know what button he pushed. He hit a button.
Yeah, and Mike Saftig just forces the scramble with the 100-meter. Like, you have to react this. You have to react this. You have to do something.
Yeah, Mike actually loves using that command grab overdrive. It is, you never see it because it's so bad. But like, A, he hit it on somebody 2 weeks ago and it was hype as shit. And B, you saw there that it forced Endorph to go to the sky. We got the PRC to make it safe, and a lot of times you would expect a jump throw out of Mike Saftig in that situation, or out of Soul Bad Guys in general. But Mike just backdashed backwards, waited for Endorph to land, and then started pushing buttons.
Yeah, like, I think air grab is the expected thing there, so Mike was like, nah, I don't want to risk like missing, you know?
Yeah. Or even a tech and resetting back to neutral. Like that's
Exactly.
not fun.
Especially after spending 100 meter.
Yeah. And like your Soul Bad Guy, you feel like you should get some sort of reward for spending 100 meter.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Not the clean hit, so we don't get the splat.
Nope. Right, but still, oh, you gotta watch your ankles.
Just DP's out. Has to respect it. I feel like Endorph is still a little gun shy on these flash kicks. We've seen a couple of them, and they weren't greatly placed, but we also haven't seen them since then.
You know what though? Like, Mike Saftig is not returning that favor.
No.
Not shy at all.
No. Definitely gonna let him rip. You're Soul Bad Guy. What's the worst that happens? You've got that protagonist energy. Great counter on the DP, so that is the worst that could happen, realistically.
Alright, you gotta watch out for the vortex.
That was like full screen too.
Okay.
There it is.
Finally. I feel like Endorph is more likely to do a DP with meter.
Yeah, try to make it like as safe as possible. It makes sense.
It does.
Oh wow. Actually committed to the second portion of the revolver there. Forced it.
Oh, the empty jump flash kick. Wild, man. But had meter. So it wasn't as wild as, it looked.
As it could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we call neutral. But that was crazy. He actually got close slashed out of the air dash. He set up his little portal to dash off of, and he just got punched in the heel.
All right, Mike Saftig returning back to neutral. Oh wow, he pressed the button there.
Is there a lore reason why when you air dash forward, you get a little Doctor Strange, table to jump off of? But if you backdash, you just air backdash?
It's called a glyph, all right?
I'm sure Doctor Strange calls them glyphs too. I was just asking,
Doctor Strange table. Dante gets a glyph as well.
Yeah, The Witcher does it too. Like, I'm just curious, man.
Shout out to the Full Metal Alchemist as well, holding it down, glyphing us up.
I don't know. I don't know why they get glyphs going forward and not backwards.
But anyway, we got the next matchup. I'm sure I'll find my thought at some point, chat. But we got our next matchup. It is going to be Elucid going up against the ever vigilant opponent ahead of them. It is going to be PineappleHour coming through with the May, doing May-like things.
Yeah, PineappleHour has made their way through this losers bracket. Tartarus. And they find themselves in hell right now.
Oh, alright, hold on. I thought you were making a fish joke because tartar sauce and Tartarus, but then you had to bring it back to the Greek Iliad, and I gotta respect that. But
that would have been such a great pun.
I got mixed, and it worked out anyway. But yeah, we are in there. We got Testament. We got May. Tonight has really been the tournament of mid tiers. And
Yes.
I love that.
Great. But May is taking some really big damage. Oh, but all right, but she's in. Oh, but
Right
didn't
back
combo
out.
off the hit.
In
Right, nice. Avoiding the crow and the snake, but doesn't avoid the voodoo doll. Oh dear.
yeah, the air throw, always something you got to pay attention to. Because you know what they say, right? Listen, the best Guilty Gear players will air throw you on the ground.
2 inches off the ground.
Chat, you better be careful. Uncle Vince will shut down the X-Raid rollback. Like, there's only 10 codes left. And I know you like Rev 2. So, like, don't be playing. Oh, close slash, counter hit. I thought that burst was going to go nowhere, and it actually worked.
What is that?
Testament, not very tanky. They do die pretty quick.
Low guts?
I think they're average guts. I think they're 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because there's 5 levels of guts technically, but there's 1 character at 5 and 3 at 0. So like the middle of the pack's kind of all over the place, but I'm pretty sure Testament has like pretty much middle of the pack effective HP.
I love like the spacing that Elucid is using too.
I was wrong, chat. It's guts rating 1 on Testament.
Oh, yeah, very low. Guts
They-
rating.
They're not gonna have good time when they get hit.
Oh, it didn't look like it to me.
6P coming out, Dolphin at the same time. Look at that 6P. It's so
Yeah.
tough to jump in on.
Yeah, those 6Ps are putting in so much work. Burst is available on both sides, and PineappleHour uses it, but the low profile from the 2K, that button does low profile quite a bit.
Yeah, Testament's got some kind of tricky business in terms of like low to the ground stuff, where they just get, obviously the 2K like you were just talking about. Everybody loves their 2K 2D sequences, true combos coming through for every character in the cast. But when you look at the 2K, it's also one of Testament's better buttons. It's, not amazing, but it's
But
okay.
you kind of want a challenge with it because
Yeah,
you might go
it's-
under something.
It's got some long reach too. If you look at the hitbox, it's very long.
Well, case in point, right there.
Gets a throw as well, pushing ever closer to the P2 corner. Oh, great
Nice.
read on the Air Grave Reaper.
All right,
If you
first
can-
comes.
If you can shut down the May air approach, I feel like it denies so much of the character.
You know what though? I feel like that's something that they managed to keep intact because usually that's how it is against May. Like you're usually forced to shut down her air approach because her air approaches are so good. Like her buttons in the air are very good.
I mean, they are in this one. We're not seeing the what move is it? The jump D from May, where she alters her jump arc by like throwing the anchor upwards. I think it's jump D. Like we haven't seen that at all, and I don't know how useful it would be in this matchup to dodge like the Grave Reapers, but like some of the really good May players, they love that move because it alters, like I said, the jump arc, and nobody can adjust to it sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, it's like you kind of have to know how to deal with it. It can be super tricky. But PineappleHour in, gets the counter hit, immediate burst from Elucid.
Yeah, very bad. Got more Grave Reapers trying to come forward. Oh, Unholy Diver goes too high.
Alright. Okay, just kind of walks under, still gets knocked down.
Tried to
Okay,
go for a bit of a
challenge.
frame trap, but we still had time. Estimate gets the burst.
One. Yeah, I feel like that was a super obvious move. I mean, granted that next hit was probably gonna kill.
Yeah, and that was one of the first dusts we've actually seen out of Elucid all night. So
Yeah,
you know,
I think Elucid probably doesn't go to that option very often. At least in the matches I've seen them play, hasn't been
Dust?
a tool used much.
Yeah, Dust is kind of like a weird spot for a lot of characters, I feel. Like obviously the best case scenario is you beta burst and you get a fully charged Dust Punish, because then you get the full air combo, which is guaranteed damage and a knockdown. But like some characters just get so much more out of their 5 dust than others. Like Happy Chaos, for instance. It's just a tier above. You get the 5 dust tapped into gunshot, and it's not fair. That is actually going to get nerfed in the winter patch, chat. Quote me on it. And Testament has like some good privilege with it too, if they can have the stain state applied. Because even if you block the 5 dust, you then still have to block the stain proc. So it can work for Testament to throw that in there, but
most definitely.
It has requirements, unlike Happy Chaos.
Oh, get sustain combo. All right,
big damage. Right, RC forward. Where's the throw attempt? That was the wrong player! No!
Wrong character throw attempt.
I was waiting for Pineapple to go for the May throw that we always see in those situations. And Elucid was more ready for it than even I was.
Yeah, Elucid was on it on that situation.
That is going to be set point here for Elucid, looking to secure a spot in the loser semifinals. They just got to close the rest of this round out.
All right, but PineappleHour has such a humongous lead. Getting a good comp. Oh, man, that does kill a lot. Oh yeah, that button does a lot of damage.
It's May.
All right,
it's always going to kill.
PineappleHour not out of it yet.
Yeah, this could be the beginning of one of those patented reverse sweeps coming out.
And already Elucid is in the corner, but gets an IED out.
Counter hit coming through. Oh, again with the 6P.
Oh.
Okay, party starter. That is a huge opportunity there for PineappleHour.
Agreed. All right, they both have some meter. RCS. Wait for the guaranteed point.
2K, 2D. That'll be enough to close it out, and PineappleHour is on the board.
Yep, 2-1 now in favor of Elucid, but PineappleHour starting to navigate the minefield a bit better.
Yeah, Testament can sometimes play like a bit of a bullet hell character, and we really have seen that from Elucid tonight, where they're really loving the Arbiter Signs with the Unholy Divers, with the Grave Reapers. Like they're constantly sending out a projectile of some kind, and it can be very difficult to parse your way through, because there's variable timings on the Grave Reaper, there's the high-low of the Arbiter Sign. The Unholy Diver Crow doesn't actually hit high or low, but it does have a variable attack angle that you aren't always ready for.
Already the burst happened super early. So much damage has already been done. Yep. Yeah, PineappleHour looking very strong going into this fourth game.
Yeah, I mean, one counter hit just really spells doom.
Wait, yeah, that's perfect.
Holy. May is still good, chat. I don't care what anybody says.
Right, nothing major happened as far as damage yet. That could change very soon as May pushes Testament so closer to the corner. Oh,
gets the
all right,
burst.
that was the best XP of your life.
Yeah,
but,
I like the tempo idea.
All right, good block in the 6K. Rarely do you see someone really block that.
Oh, air throw coming out once again from Elucid, and there's that overhead. Gotta be ready. Trade.
Still very close. Oh, what a dash forward throw.
It was risky, certainly risky, but it worked out.
I mean, fortune favors the bold. That's true.
And set point one more time from Elucid, getting more opportunities to play the bold.
Alright, still, Elucid is on set point.
What can they get done, though? Oh, great starter here for PineappleHour. Went for the burst tape option, too.
Oh, but the burst pushes PineappleHour into the corner. Oh, and this could be troubling.
It's a little risky. Neither player has burst. 6P's the Dolphin. Wait, where did that burst come from? I felt like they were so much further away than that.
I feel like that burst wasn't there a second ago.
Unholy Diver gets the stain state. We get the back throw coming out of PineappleHour.
Oh, nice block on that. I thought it was a cross up.
With punish.
Hard.
Oh, with punish again. Air throw this time from PineappleHour.
Oh, he missed the follow up.
Blocks the 6P and the Grave Reaper and punishes the unholy diver with the Totsugeki. And we're back into a game 5.
Yep, they are all tied up 2-2. Like you said, forces a game 5.
All right, Bunch. Remind me tomorrow. I'm actually gonna get a Dr. Clairvoyant emotes commissioned at this rate. Like, it's just week after week. How I can't keep being right all the time. It's crazy. Game 5 chat. Losers round 2.
With language like that, it sounds like you are perfect for the for pure narcissism.
I'll expect my T-shirt in the mail. You know, I'll DM you my size. We're good. We're golden.
It's not a T-shirt. It's a shirtless sleeve.
Right. I'll expect my sleeves in the mail. Thank you. I need the extra medium just to really complement, you know, my forearms.
Doctor wearing only sleeves is crazy.
It's gonna say CA on one hand and SA in the other. Oh, nice 6P. Oh wow. I you know what? I rarely ever see that 6 heavy movement whiff like that, but rarely ever do I see it whiff punished. And the OTG just for insult to injury.
Was that just far slash that came out of mid screen? That is a tough thing to be getting hit by just raw like that. There it is again though, right into the Grave Reaper.
Oh, immediate Totsugeki charge. Oh, and you know what? PineappleHour has found a way to deal with this repeated pressure.
You gotta find something. Doesn't have the tension.
5P. Hands here.
5P is good. I was gonna say they don't have the tension for the reversal overdrive, but if you can get the 5Ps, it works out. Guess the PRC. Oh, the upwards Grave Reaper again! It's so smart! And that should do it.
Damage.
It's not enough! It's not enough!
Not enough.
It only needs one more touch though. And with the life lead they have right now, they could very well close it out in any second. Any interaction.
Nice. I love how they backed off just to reestablish new.
Still going up against Macmens, Anji, P1, P2 respectively here in winners finals. And they're gonna let it rock, obviously, right? We got the time skipper going up against Mr. Monk.
He's more than letting it rock. He's actually freezing time.
He actually interrupted.
Making it longer.
I bet that was Macmens.
If you freeze time, does it make it longer?
Anyway, every time I see Anji on screen for some reason, he reminds me of Moroku from Inuyasha, which makes no sense because he's actually fully clothed in the show at all times for the most part.
Great.
But like,
I can see it though. He kind of has vibes.
It works, chat. Trust me. I don't know how it works, but it works.
I mean, definitely has a full shirt. He's not going shirtless.
No, no. I don't think that ever happens. But man, that was a grimy command grab, and Macmens just was not ready for it. The OTG to close it out at the end as well.
All right, but yeah, Trevor. Oh yeah, it's completely ready for any type of movement. And the cool thing about Trevor is that he's not only just playing a strong neutral game, but he will switch to offense too. But Macmens wants to do nothing else but just play offense. Oh dear. Okay, this is over.
This is over. It's just so matter of fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh no, that burst is not gonna go unpunished. And when I saw Trevor was just standing there after the RC, I was like, oh, that's just over.
Hate to see it. It happens sometimes.
It does.
But that's game 1. Over to Trevor. Man, how many grand finals has Trevor been in here at the Casa? I feel like it's more than a couple. I hit the wrong button. But yeah,
Trevor's making a great point for yet another grand finals.
Yeah, if they can keep up this tempo, things are going to be looking very strong for them. And I mean, look at that. Tried to get the combo with the command grab. It didn't quite work out at that time, but that one is tricky. That is something that has, I feel like it's come out more recently within the last couple months or so.
Yeah, I honestly, I saw it for the first time today. I was like, I didn't even know that combo.
Yeah, it caught me off guard the first time I saw it too. Because when was the last time you saw a character air juggle into command grab and it hit? It's just, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay. Okay, Macmens will not RC. I completely agree with that decision. You hold on to that for the other rounds.
Yeah, definitely try to stay safe out here, but I mean, this is, again, a matchup that can feel very tough against a really strong Axel, because like your ways to get in aren't unlimited, right? We saw the twirl there that was pretty successful, but if you catch Trevor full screen like this, the twirl's not necessarily going to work, but that jump in, oh man, was that perfect.
All right, gets a run up throw. One more plus frames, because for OTG doesn't kill, and the frame trap.
Just kind of knocks him out with a little pigeon.
All right, all tied up in rounds in the second game.
Things are looking pretty strong here. Another great jump in from Macmens. They just have the read. They are so ready.
I think the adjustment is good. Like I saw a lot of really good IADs, just overextended buttons. Oh, nice answer. I couldn't get anything bigger out of it.
Oh, not rainwater. Yeah, that was rainwater. Rainwater not going to connect, but the back throw gives Trevor so much space behind him. Rainwater comes out again, and that should be enough with the PRC to close it out.
Oh, it will be. And just like that, it's 2-0. Now, even though it was 2-0, though, that second game was very, very contested.
Yeah, definitely a lot better timing-wise coming in there from Macmens, being able to time these jump-in attempts, getting over the I almost said Rasengan, but no, the Rinsen. The cherry bombs, they actually haven't really been coming out. It's just been the Rinsen into nothing, and because it's like he sends out the Rinsen, sees him get him hit in the face, and he's like, I can't do anything else. I can't push any more buttons. I'm just gonna get hit. And so I looked it up, chat. Trevor's been in 2 Casas within the last month. 2 months, I should say. Probably even longer than that. And they made Grand Finals winner side in both of them.
Nice. I mean, Macmen's trying to say something about that right now, but with this offense, but Trevor fights his way out.
Jump in. Good block coming in from Macmens. Rainwater almost punished. Very close there.
Oh, nice XP. Alright, pretty even life so far.
See, like the twirl is not the end-all answer. The YRC coming out from Trevor and just able to jump out for free. Where's the anti-airs?
Yeah, this is troubling when a zoning character gets away.
Oh, huge counter hit into the command grab. Oh, almost. Oh. I would have lost my mind. That would have been insane. Comboing from one command grab into a second command grab.
Alright, even with the drop though, managed to take that round and is now on set point. Threatening to take it 3-0. They both have burst available, but it's going to be extremely difficult to use it as Macmens. Or even force out a burst out of Trevor.
Trevor's so good with air throws. As an Axel player specifically, I feel like you have to be really good at air throws.
Yeah.
Danger in the mood though for
Alright, nice fuzzy jumps. Just defend. Alright, but this is okay, gonna ID out of that corner. Got all this real estate to work with. Trying to bait out a throw, but Macmen's not biting.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. The danger, you can see the tension ticking down. We're going to hit negative bonus at a certain point, but when you look at the HP bar of Macmens, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't need tension to hit a JP.
Yeah, and I think tension, while tension is precious in this game for offense or whatever other tools you can use it for, I think it's less precious. I think it's precious in a different way in this game, and less precious in other ways.
With Trevor.
3-0.
Thank you.
This matchup, I was gonna say I feel like it's bad for Faust too, like the Axel matchup, but I actually don't know that much now that I think about it. I think it might be okay. I suppose we'll find out.
Alright, but so far Lapriz has command of the match with offense and with life.
Yeah, even the trade sends out the mini Faust. Mini Faust is now activated. The bomb though, great timing.
Nice run of throw just to avoid the explosion.
You gotta be prepared for that, right? If you see the bomb taken away, or if you saw like the fiery afro on Faust, like you have to know that those are gonna pop at some point. So he's looking for a grab, a command grab, anything like that to try and invalidate the damage.
All right, this time Elucid gets to like play their game. I think Lapriz's offense was so good in the first round that we didn't see Elucid actually get to do anything.
They certainly got to play that round though.
Oh yeah. Many buttons were pressed. All right. And I feel like the nature of Testament's play might make it difficult for Faust to navigate the screen.
It's the bullet hell nature, right? Like he wants to be able to have some time, throw out a couple items, you know, potentially see what item he even threw before he makes a move. And
exactly.
The whole time Testament's just throwing stuff at you.
Yeah, I feel like this matchup doesn't give Faust the time to do things like that, but it's not really going to matter if you're on offense.
Yeah, gets the burst too, and that was unfortunately a whiffed burst coming out there from Elucid, but has the PRC to make the mix safe. Elucid has the tension.
This could be a problem.
Oh, the 5K not going to connect, but it's still scary for Lapriz to challenge
punish.
out.
Oh, that was a really good punish. Stain punishes hit differently.
Especially when you can close it out into the overdrive at the end there. It's super high damage.
Yeah, like Testament punishing you with a 2K hits differently than other characters in the game.
Yeah, because you see you got hit by the 2K and you're like, oh, it's not the end of the world, and then you just literally explode.
And then it's literally the end of the world.
Yeah, everything falls apart at that point. But yeah, we're gonna be able to see more games between the two of them. I'm curious what adjustments come out of Lapriz though, right? Because they honestly haven't been having great luck with the items. In all honesty, they've gotten a lot of banana peels.
That's the breaks of this character, though.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
All right, I like it. Sets up the Afro here onto Testament. Gets the hit with the JD too.
All right, Elucid on offense. Still hasn't tied up the life bar yet, but never mind.
That's a good start.
Yeah, Lapriz on full offense. And honestly, I feel like
banana peel.
Albert and Costello like 04.
All right, yeah, everything coming together right at the end there. The banana peel punish, having the mini Faust at the right time, at the right spot come out too. That JD hit from so far away.
The fake cross up, right? Has to burst. Doesn't want to take the mix. That's a pun.
To be fair, I don't want to take it either. Up and down you go, fast
so
RC.
Rad. He gets hit with the fuzzy, goes for the mix. And when I say the mix, I don't mean the tornado.
Yeah, no, just letting the wall slump come through, and it's Bunch explained to us earlier why he does it. honestly the first time I've been seeing it. I see so many Fausts so willing to go to the other side of the wall because they love that positive bonus, right? The fast RC mixes. Even if you spend 50 tension on the What's in My Bag overdrive to just flood the screen with items, we see that from Lurie a lot. But the potential mix on wall slump is a new one for me.
Oh yeah. I've seen like more and more characters employing that tool.
Yeah, you see it a lot from like Eno and Zatos.
Yeah,
and Happy Chaos.
Happy
Chip and
Chaos
Amelia
as well. Yeah,
Well,
a lot of characters that just excel in the corner and don't really need the meter, but just need the mix and the hit.
yeah.
Yeah, cause like if you don't have the meter to use to break the wall, the super, then you may as well not break the wall.
Yeah, because you're not going to get that safe jump opportunity. The exception to the rule is Soul Bad Guy, who does not get a safe jump when using an overdrive to break the wall, for whatever reason. But he doesn't care. Oh, that's Lapriz so ready on the trigger.
Gave her a Charlie horse.
Yeah, busting up the shin there. Testament. Having a bad time. Life bar's fairly even, but Elucid has the 50 tension. Honestly, they could just let that reversal overdrive rock. That could have ended it. That could have been the end right there.
Oh, the real invite to hell. That looks more like an invitation to hell than anything else.
Yeah, isn't one of Zato's moves?
Yeah, the drill.
Yeah, isn't it called Invite to Hell?
It is, but like, I mean, Testament has demons coming out of the ground.
Arbiter Sign is like, hey, we're not playing anymore. But oh, the bomb bag actually beats out the jump animation there from Elucid.
I'll sound the trumpets. Charge.
Back in the wall though. Has to block.
Pressure.
That was a really far YRC. That was dangerous.
Fortunately for Lapriz, that worked out. It could have been game time.
Speaking of game time, that Arbiter Sign is gaming. When's the next one? Oh, it's just gonna be a chip out.
Yeah, like oh yeah, it didn't have any tension. No.
So that's 2-1 now in favor of Elucid. Now, chat, this is losers semifinals at the moment. So this is potentially the end of one of our competitors' run here tonight.
And then like it's also, if you lose now, you're not in the money.
Yeah, you're fourth place, right out of it. Which, speaking of,
times.
There's 3 codes left, chat. 3 Matcherino codes remaining. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. All you got to do is sign in and claim the code. And here is the prophesized Ramlethal coming out of Lapriz.
Oh man, now Lapriz did say that there was a pack to use Faust, but you know what overrides that? Getting fourth place.
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills.
Oh, just barely not enough.
Because real talk, fourth place is just the first loser. Like,
that is one way to think about it. There's also the patent pending if you're not first or last.
Yeah.
But honestly, that Ramlethal round was a Ramlethal round. She was able to just get the tempo going, apply the pressure, never let it up, and as soon as that wall was broken, it was a one-touch game.
Alright, but Elucid making some adjustments, slowing down the tempo, while Lapriz wants to speed up the tempo.
Oh, that was tricky.
Oh.
That move, obviously, super negative, chat. So the late PRC there was trying to bait out a response from Elucid, who also had the 50 tension, so they were able to get the counter PRC.
Oh, great anti-air, but that burst works out. It's the anti-air combo. What, not gonna kill? Oh, but the goal burst! You need to be super careful. Alright.
I think you're dead.
It's death.
Oh, just barely not again!
Oh. Yeah, that what is it? That the 3 guts or something like that? Or the 1 gut.
The one guts. Makes it even worse.
I know, it just barely survives.
So set point here for Elucid after, honestly, 2 really strong Ramlethal rounds.
Alright, this could be a very strong Ramlethal round right now.
Oh. Goes for the
RCs.
full Rekka. Oh, but that's a huge starter.
Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt.
The wall
Still
breaking
alive,
a little early there. 6P the God.
Alright, get Stain going. Following after the EX Beast.
Oh, that's tough. That teleport sends Ramlethal so far away from her sword. It's still not back. It's been 10 seconds.
Oh, this is gonna... Now, this forces Stan to unblock.
Oh, wait, it does? That's
It does.
grimy.
So not that it forces Stan, but it gives you a standing hurt box.
Oh, okay.
So you can fuzzy because of it.
Oh my God!
Alright, and Lapriz stays in there and ties it up 2-2.
That's so risky!
I mean...
Why would you just let that rock in neutral?
Yo, sometimes you get tired of people's shit, yo. Like, I'm done. I'm done with you.
I'm gonna check the data on that in a second, chat, because that's not good data there.
Wait, what just happened?
It's just spectator.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
We
say.
still get that bug coming out of Strive Spectate, but
Without risk, we aren't human. Listen,
So-
listen,
So
Lapriz.
Laprise won, right?
yeah.
No,
So it's 2-2. Yeah.
it's 2-2.
Oh, it's only 2-2.
Yeah.
Listen, Lapriz. Fortune favors the bold. All right.
That's right. I was gonna look up Ramlethal frame data. Boop, 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 boop. That is the biggest of sword slashes coming through on block. Chat. I'm sure chat knows because they have all the data memorized. The Sobrabato, definitely said that wrong. On block, it is anywhere from -27 to -32.
I won't say that, Lapriz. I believe that you will.
Oh no! What is this song?
Wait.
Just round
There-
start. Let's it rip 2.
I mean, Lapriz called it.
Oh, and the counter hit comes again.
Oh, this is...
That's
okay,
a Ramlethal round.
That is... we are now in set point.
We're gaming.
100%. Alright, immediate burst. Doesn't want to get knocked down. We've seen what the story looks like.
Yep. But now you gotta fight through this bullet hell of Testament. We already saw the Grave Reaper with the Stain State application. Interrupts
but
the
the
Unholy
counter.
Diver.
Oh, another counter hit again. These staggers.
Oh, and you're gonna be able to get the laser super. Oh, actually opts into the Mortobato.
Alright. But can Elucid get out of this corner?
Why
Use
is
the
our
YRC.
C's? Oh, it could start here.
Throw. Oh, this is scary because the amount of meter. Oh, this is death, yeah.
That. I have no words. I cannot believe.
I mean, Lapriz is in the losers finals now. I don't need to take any of this. I could just pick Ram and get through this.
Yeah. Now it's right back to the Faust, right? Doesn't need to play Ramlethal for longer than necessary. The character's got a cooldown on it, right? It's like the UI Goku in the original Tournament of Power arc, right? Can't use it consistently. Needs to cool down a little bit before he can bring it out again.
Word. You can only bring it out in final game.
Oh, Gold Burst?
What a
That
goal.
that is specifically because Macmens said that he's not allowed to Twitter clip him. Dust combos though always do big dabblage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anybody that wears shirtless sleeves does big damage.
I wonder if they're weighted like Rock Lee's ankle guards.
You mean he could take the sleeves off? That's crazy.
This sleeve comes off and he just like instant
That's wild.
transmissions everywhere and hits you with
That's
a fan.
wild. He picks up another fan.
It's the three fan strike.
Has the fan in his mouth.
Dyes his hair green and all of a sudden just starts murking everybody.
No. When he's going to the final level, he takes off the chocolates
That's
For-
where the
for
real
better-
weight is.
for better movement.
Oh man, he's faster than Chip, lighter than Milia. You never know where the monk is coming from.
Oh man. Oh, you mean all the sleeves aren't aerodynamic enough? Had to remove them. Like,
That's Macmens taking a pretty convincing game one.
They should give him an install super where you just remove the chunkless and the sleeves.
We got dragon installs. Nah,
Chunkla install.
Chunkla
Like-
install. But he's taking them off, so there's nothing to install.
Nah, he can throw it at you. That's where the real power is. He gets
That-
two.
It changes the fan throw into Chunkla throw, and it's homing.
Yeah, but it does it's OD plus unblock. Word.
These players, they've played a couple times before. Lapriz complaining about neutral in Twitch chat. Nothing I can do to help you about that, man. You're playing Guilty Gear. Yo, what happened to Macmens' burst? Counter. Oh, we got perfect. Hole in one coming through.
Tried to throw, has to PRC. It's the answer. Oh, doesn't see mans in them coming back.
Alright, keeping the pressure applied. Goes for the low sweep. Abare.
No.
Oh, this is getting kind of stuck. Oh, but again,
Okay,
the
finally gets a
twirls.
punish.
He didn't have the PRC, but he didn't need it.
Oh, stealing turns.
Plus on
Stealing
fan
more
throw.
turns. Good spacing on that.
Goes for the overhead. Has to RC to make it safe, but we still got a Abare from the
Barre.
Faust.
Get that out of here.
How many button presses can you get in as fast as possible? Fujin fan throw. Almost gets out of the corner, but Macmens throws Lapriz right back in.
Right. Really solid pressure, but Lapriz finds a way out of the corner.
And we're also seeing lots of Scarecrow PRC that just ends up not in favor of Lapriz, right? A lot of times when you see other Fausts do that, they end up with the command grab or even just a regular throw out of the Scarecrow, and it always puts the threat in the mind. And so maybe that's why, they're not opting into it, but bad time.
It was really good defense in the end. Oh, he's still alive, man.
5 guts. He's tanky.
Oh, he's definitely a tank. All right. What's the score right now? It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, and I would like to confirm, chat, all of the match arena codes have been used up. All 50 of them. Good job, chat. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it jumped up to 62.50 real fast.
Bounty has been secured.
Mm.
The honest crown-based footsie that Guilty Gear is known for. Right. Oh, that time. Throw works out for Macmens. Oh, they even scoop him in the knees.
It goes for the low option again. Burst is still available. Oh, Burst is available on the Lapriz's side.
I'll try to go for the Pierce, and the bomb actually keeps it safe. Good stuff there from Lapriz.
Oh, probably tried the air grab or something like that. Okay, but Lapriz's trying to work on this 2-1 lead.
Trying to get it through. Oh, that's a tough
Oh.
burst. I think they might have been expecting the overhead possibility. That time it comes
Possibly.
through. Close slash works as well.
Oh, yeah, this is death.
That is indeed a perfect coming through there for Macmens.
Alright, and Macmens is working on burst first. Didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. Oh,
Next touch will do it pretty much.
oh, nice. Very smart going for the command grab option there. Immediate burst. Lapriz just standing there. What you gonna do?
I think he
Oh,
actually
little
hit...
man's about to add his 2 cents in. He did.
Oh, the dust! He actually PRCs it into a full combo, into the wall break.
You're not gonna kill it yet. Oh no, gets it with the overhead. It's gonna be a lot of damage. It's gonna hit the wall as well.
We got the YRC potential or PRC here for Lapriz. And he actually gets the command grab!
Is this gonna kill? It does. And Lapriz takes that third game, so he is up now 2-1. Right.
Great
Really
sequence
back and
there.
forth. Really back and forth, but Lapriz is getting the better of most of the situations lately.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of silly that, you know, Faust can do overdrive PRC for 50 tension. But, you know what?
Can he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is a special cancel property window type thing. It's basically like cheating on your taxes, if I'm being honest with you.
It was something similar to that in Rev, where you can do like reversal super, right?
Yeah.
But then you YRC it, and it doesn't take the 50 tension. It only takes the 25, but it's like more invincible. I think that's what the glitch was. I know it was using reversal super for some reason.
As far as I'm aware, it's only Faust that has it in this game, but
I think it was across the board.
yeah, I do believe you're right.
He needs it.
He does need it, sure, but it literally is tax evasion, chat, and it's very fitting with the Faust theme, so I can roll with it. It's definitely, you know, Daisuke's vision.
Yeah,
CSOF,
yeah.
nobody would know that because nobody plays Potemkin.
I mean, it sounds like Faust is writing some prescriptions that are not too legal. I don't know.
Who are we to judge, right? Yet let he who is without sin cast the first stone, I say. Indeed.
It sounds like Faust is in the criminal protection service. I don't know, like he's wearing the paper mask.
He is hiding his identity.
Hiding the identity. We do not know what Faust is.
Mix. Round start. -7, still able to block. He just
what a
interrupted
5K.
that. 5K
Goes for
goes
the
nutty.
command grab again. It has been paying dividends.
Oh, that works! Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Oh, it hurts so much.
Oh, it gets worse.
Might be in the wheelchair forever. Hold on, will it kill?
Oh, right through the chunkla. No protection added.
Oh, chanclas only protect your ankles.
Oh,
If even.
here comes the homies. Into the sky. Oh, great jump in, though. Dodges the hammer.
Burst is available. Burst immediately.
Oh, God. What is... I don't know what to do. There's so much stuff on the screen. It's the 2P! There was too much!
And that's going to be it for Macmens. But Lapriz is going to move on into the grand finals to face off.
Last days, the Casa casts. But it is the Ramlethal actually being picked in. I got baited by the cap. So, Trevor Sue, winner side, going up against Lapriz. Loser side here with that Ramlethal on screen.
As expected, the Ramlethal.
Was it? I totally thought we were going to see Faust, honestly.
I mean, I looked at the score and that's a 3-0. I don't know if I'm running a 3-0 back.
You're like,
in
nope,
the grand finals.
not a fan of that one. I'm gonna try something else.
Yeah, not a dipped his toes into the money. He's like, yo, do I want more money? I mean, but Trevor Sue might prove that maybe the Ramlethal isn't even at the level necessary yet to beat him. Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about, you know, Trevor having a lot of matchup experience as an Axel player. Ramlethal was everywhere at a certain point, so there's definitely a lot of practice behind these matchups here. But
Yep.
practice,
Yeah, like I mean, that's the thing about playing a top tier character. Even if you're using a character that is weaker than said character, everyone's gonna know your character, know the matchup if it's a common matchup.
yeah, and I mean, you just gotta play it out, right? Even if you've practiced the matchup 1,000 times, you don't know when this other player might play a little bit more disrespectful. Kind of like that from Lapriz, throwing out the 2-1-4H. And it cost him in a round. That hurts.
Oh, it definitely does hurt. Right, but Trevor seems to be very well prepared for that matchup.
Yeah, I think even though it is potentially a better matchup than Faust, I think it's still inherently a hard matchup if you can't get in, right? Even though
Yeah,
Ramlethal
I
has,
mean,
faster, more reliable long buttons, it's still Axel.
yeah, like the thing is though, like obviously if a zoning character gets their win condition, their win condition is real estate. If they consistently get that condition, and then you're overextending to get in, or you're just getting hit in the process of trying to get in, then obviously they're gonna win.
Yeah, it all comes down to how you actually play the set out. And so right now, again, a massive lead incoming here for Trevor Sue. They're going to have to try and protect it, but they're in good shape. I wouldn't be too worried if I were a Trevor Sue fan.
I mean, right now Lapriz has made his way in, got in again too. So there's gonna be a lot of damage. Good adjustment there. Let's it drop to not break the wall. YRC on Trevor Sue's side.
Oh no, it didn't actually link together. Still got the low hit, but it wasn't enough.
Right, but Lapriz has been pushed backwards full screen.
Cherry bomb. Oh, the snail comes out.
Good block when he gets an overhead. Oh, but it doesn't block the frame trap. Alright. Second round of game number 2.
Oh,
That
trade.
good block on the process.
The trade situation's tough, right? Because it put you actually at an awkward range for Ramlethal because you're too far away for P or K, but you're honestly too far away to just throw out like far slash or heavy slash. Because
he tried to bait that burst out so hard. Gets a gold burst. This could be exactly what Lapriz needs.
Oh, but interrupts the Rekka with the throw.
This should kill. Yeah. Right, and just like that, Trevor Sue is up 2-0 on the winner's side of the bracket. I don't know, unless Lapriz figures something out, we won't even get to Shin Grand Finals.
Yeah, and I love typing in Shin Grand Finals personally. Big fan of that one. But what is it gonna be? Sticking with the Ramlethal.
I mean, as soon as Shin Grand Finals is done, I'm going to get halal food. It is literally 2 blocks from my house. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's last game, right? Go all out, do whatever you can here to just make sure that you get a game on the board. You don't want to get shut out twice in a row. Gets the Daru into throw combo.
Right, and if anything, yeah, I'm sure Lapriz wants to figure out something about this matchup.
The rainwater coming down from the sky. All right, nice approach coming in from Lapriz, though. Finally getting a turn. Doesn't RC the throw either. I respect it.
Keeps that burst safe. Keeps it very burst safe.
Yeah, and it kills too, because that
was as burst safe as
hurts.
it could be. I'm not even in the same zip code. Good luck.
Yeah, that is one of the higher damaging overdrives in that situation. Just because you get the full hit, right? You get the full hit of the overdrive and then the wall break. So good stuff there.
Alright, Lapriz still trying to get in.
Big
Finally
counter
getting
hit.
a counter.
Yeah, and look at the damage. And you know what's crazy? It was because they hit the second part of the Rekka, not the first part.
Wow. And they're basically even on health. Yeah. Good avoidance of the unblockable.
Oh, that was so awkward! You have to burst. You can't burst because it's Ramlethal.
Yeah, that was like an impossible spot to be in. Especially the way that Lapriz waited with the little micro dash, waited till you were out of range, then like spaced it out perfectly. It was like that's the thing about Ramlethal too. She's notoriously impossible to burst. I won't say difficult to burst because that would imply that you have a chance to burst.
Yeah, I mean, everybody still thinks of like, May and Happy Chaos as like the antithesis of like burst, right? Like those two characters, almost you can't burst them sometimes. It feels like. And
yeah,
Ramlethal's pretty similar.
But even May has a point in the combo. Like, say for instance, if you wait for the too heavy, and then when they go into Dolphin, you can burst that.
Yeah.
Ram Ram is throwing out a projectile that will explode at a later point that will space out the combo even further.
Yeah, and unless you burst hits Ramlethal, the explosion still happens.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, that's a great timed reversal. Set
And-
point.
and-
Tournament point here for Trevor Sue.
Yeah, and Trevor rarely goes for reversals like that.
Yeah,
That's why that worked out.
it's crazy how little we see it from Trevor, and it almost always works. And when it doesn't work, he spaces it in such a way that it's not punishable, really.
All right, Trevor Sue is going on offense, more sustained offense than he's gone for in this set. But maybe that's opened up the door for Lapriz to get some good damage.
Oh no, has to PRC that. 214H
Alright.
just to get in safe.
Yeah, nice chase down. Trevor Sue has some meter.
Oh, the
Oh.
snail doesn't work out. Tries the 6P, but the PRC keeps
Oh,
it safe.
it
That's
works.
enough.
And it does kill.
Trevor Sue with the Axle Bomber to close out tonight's tournament, setting the stage on fire.
Any of these counter pokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out. Wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button. Does Itachi's Legacy? Are we going to stay same side? Yes, we are. We're going to go for the throw on the reset. A second throw? That was going to be 3.
Yes. You always go for 3.